Have you ever opened your freezer, thinking you were making an easy choice, only to realize later it might have been the most dangerous one? What if I told you that some of the frozen foods sitting just a few steps away in your kitchen could secretly increase your risk of cancer, while also stripping away your strength, your independence, and the quality of life you deserve as you age? See, convenience is tempting. We all know that. A frozen meal, a ready-to-bake treat, or a quick dinner pulled from the freezer can feel like a lifesaver when you're tired or short on time. But here's the hidden truth: many of those convenient foods are not just empty calories. They're loaded with chemicals, preservatives, and processed ingredients that slowly eat away at your health. For seniors, that danger is even greater. Because what you lose isn't just energy or muscle, it's freedom. Freedom to walk without help, to play with grandkids, to live without constant trips to the doctor. That's why in this video, we're going to uncover 5 frozen foods that doctors strongly warn against, foods that may be linked to both cancer and sarcopenia, the muscle loss that accelerates aging. Some of these will surprise you. They might even be things you've bought 100 times without thinking. And the final one? That's the silent trap almost no one suspects. Yet it may be the most harmful of them all. So stick with me until the end. Because what you'll learn today could truly change the way you shop, eat, and protect your future. One, frozen ready-to-bake breads and pastries. Picture this: a Saturday morning, sunlight coming through the window, the smell of croissants or cinnamon rolls drifting from the oven. It feels warm, cozy, almost like home itself. That's why so many people, especially seniors, love to keep frozen bread dough or pastries on hand. Just bake and serve. Easy. Comforting. Familiar. But here's the dark side: these baked goods aren't made for health, they're engineered for factories. Dough conditioners, bleaching agents, and shelf-life stabilizers are what make them rise quickly, stay soft, and look golden. But your body doesn't treat them the way it treats real homemade bread. Instead, it absorbs chemicals linked to cancer risks in studies and refined flours that crash your blood sugar. What happens next? Your muscles never get the protein they need. Instead, insulin spikes, then crashes, leaving your body weaker over time. That weakness is called sarcopenia, and it's one of the leading causes of seniors losing their independence. Think about Eleanor, the grandmother who baked frozen cinnamon rolls every week. She wasn't eating bad food in her mind, she was sharing love. But behind the sweetness came prediabetes, muscle loss, and shorter walks. She didn't connect the dots until her doctor told her the truth. And this isn't rare. Studies show seniors who eat refined flour pastries regularly face higher risks of frailty. That morning croissant may feel harmless, but it's silently working against your strength. So next time you crave that bakery smell, try real whole grain bread, or even oats with fruit. The comfort is still there, but without sacrificing your health. 2. Frozen creamy pasta dishes. Fettuccine Alfredo. Lasagna. Mac and cheese. Just the names make your mouth water, right? These meals feel like a warm hug after a long day. And when they're frozen and ready to pop in the oven, they seem like the perfect solution for tired nights. But convenience hides a cost. Frozen creamy pastas are some of the worst offenders for seniors. Here's why. They're filled with processed cheese substitutes, not real dairy. The creamy sauces are usually hydrogenated oils and chemical thickeners, not cream. The pasta is refined, stripped of nutrients. The result? A plate full of calories but almost no nutrition. These dishes spike your blood sugar, fuel inflammation, and overload your kidneys with sodium and additives. For older adults, that means higher blood pressure, weaker arteries, and faster muscle breakdown. Frank, a 74-year-old widower, thought frozen mac and cheese was his comfort after losing his wife. It was quick, cheap, and felt filling. But little by little, his legs trembled, his cholesterol rose, and his energy faded. He thought he was feeding himself, but in reality, the food was draining him. And the salt? Many frozen creamy pasta meals contain over 1,200 milligrams of sodium, almost a full day's limit in just one plate. That salt silently damages blood vessels, making it harder for your body to send nutrients to your muscles. Without that, sarcopenia speeds up. These dishes are a trap because they feel like a meal. But in truth, they're just empty fuel that weakens you from within. Replacing them with simple home-cooked pasta, whole grain noodles, olive oil, fresh vegetables, can make all the difference. Three, frozen processed meats. Let's talk about sausages, hot dogs, pepperoni, and bacon strips. They're freezer staples for many families. Easy to cook, fast to serve, and delicious with eggs or on a pizza. But here's the chilling fact: frozen processed meats are some of the most dangerous foods for aging bodies. Why? Two big reasons. 1. Chemical preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, which researchers link to higher risks of colon and stomach cancers. 2. High sodium and saturated fats, which raise blood pressure, strain the heart, and clog arteries. For seniors, this combination is like adding fuel to a fire that's already smoldering. It doesn't just affect your organs, it strips your muscles of quality protein. Take Robert, who ate frozen sausages every morning. For years, he thought it was harmless, just his breakfast routine. But his doctor kept warning him: blood pressure rising, strength dropping, stamina fading. By the time he realized, climbing stairs felt like climbing a mountain. The tragedy here is that frozen meats give the illusion of nourishment. They're tasty, filling, and familiar. But inside your body, they rob your health day by day. Doctors say it plainly: if you want to stay strong in your 70s and 80s, you need clean protein, chicken, fish, beans, eggs. Frozen meats don't build muscle. They break it down. Four, frozen desserts and ice cream. Who doesn't love dessert? Ice cream on a hot day, frozen pie after Sunday dinner, or just a bowl of something sweet before bed. For many seniors, it's not just food, it's comfort, a reward, even a piece of nostalgia. But here's the tough truth: frozen desserts are one of the fastest ways to speed up both cancer risks and muscle loss. Why? They're packed with sugar, which fuels inflammation and provides easy energy for cancer cells. They're loaded with artificial flavors and stabilizers that stress your digestion and immune system. And they're full of saturated fats that block blood flow, cutting off nutrients your muscles desperately need. Mary, a 72-year-old, thought her nightly ice cream was harmless. But slowly, she noticed climbing stairs was harder, her doctor warned of rising cholesterol, and her body felt heavier yet weaker. That little reward was silently draining her strength. What makes frozen desserts especially dangerous is how they trick you. They give you a moment of joy, then leave you sluggish, craving more. It's a cycle: eat, crash, crave, repeat. And all the while, your body is starving for real nutrients. But here's the good news: you don't have to give up sweetness. Fresh fruit, yogurt with honey, or even homemade fruit sorbet can give you the pleasure of dessert without robbing your health. Five, instant frozen meals. Finally, the biggest trap of all: instant frozen dinners. Bright packaging, easy instructions, and the promise of variety. For seniors living alone, they can feel like a lifesaver. But behind the convenience lies danger. Most instant frozen meals are made with the cheapest, lowest quality ingredients. They're engineered for shelf life, not health. That means extreme sodium levels, sometimes more than half your daily allowance in one tray. Low-quality protein that does little for your muscles. Preservatives like phosphates and dyes that strain your kidneys and weaken your body over time. John, an 80-year-old widower, relied on these meals after his wife passed away. They were easy, they felt like real food. But within months, his clothes fit looser, his arms weakened, and he struggled with everyday tasks. His doctor's verdict: severe muscle loss, high blood pressure, and other complications, all fueled by the frozen dinners he thought were helping him. The cruel trick is that these meals look like balanced plates. Chicken, vegetables, potatoes. But they don't act like real food. They fill your belly while draining your health. For seniors, the choice to avoid frozen dinners isn't just about eating better. It's about fighting for independence. Cooking fresh, even something simple like scrambled eggs with vegetables, will give your body real strength. So here's the big picture. Those frozen breads, creamy pastas, processed meats, sugary desserts, and instant meals, every one of them carries hidden dangers that can rob you of years of strength, health, and independence. But here's the empowering truth: avoiding them isn't about saying no. It's about saying yes, yes to energy, yes to mobility, yes to living your later years with the freedom you deserve. Each meal is a choice. And every time you choose real food over frozen shortcuts, you're giving yourself a gift: stronger muscles, a sharper mind, and more years to spend with the people you love. So let me ask you, which one of these foods surprised you the most? Do you recognize any of them in your own freezer? Share your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to hear your story. And if this video opened your eyes, please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Your support helps us create more content that informs, inspires, and hopefully changes lives for the better. Remember, your health is your freedom. Protect it, one choice at a time.